Okay, this is my tabletop review of the Midland Talk GXT radio. It's a 50-channel radio. It is I believe it's the GP1000 model. Comes with a rechargeable battery that's inside. Removable belt clip. You take that off and take the battery out. Flip the clip down. Door comes off, the battery comes out. You have to pull it out from the bottom. It has this tab that locks it in place since it's a rechargeable battery pack. That slips in there, door goes back on, lock the clip in, and that slides on and locks into place. Strong belt clip. We'll swing around the side here. This is the port for the mic and headset, and this has a mic and headset that hooks up and goes over your ear and has a push to talk button on it, so you don't have to have the radio in hand. You can clip this on your belt, clip it on your backpack, and you're good to go. Anytime you need to talk, you just hit the push to talk button on the cord that comes from it, or you can set the voice activated mic on, and all you have to do is talk and your party will hear what you're saying. Push the talk button, power on and volume. Antenna is not removable. Antenna is about 3¼ inches tall. Backlit display, call and lock button, SOS and channel down or function down button, function up button, monitor or scan button, and the menu and weather channel button. Call button is so you can do the panic call or just the overall general alert call, or you hit this and it'll lock the radio, so none of these buttons, if pressed, will actually affect the functionality of the radio. The SOS button is the SOS one. For distress. If you press and hold the menu button, that will take you over to the weather channel. It'll go through, scan the different weather channels, and will also stop if it picks up a weather channel that's broadcasted, and it's based on whatever area you're in. I believe it's 8 or 9 weather channels. I believe I mentioned it's 50 channels. The way it gets to 50 channels is some of the channels towards the end. I believe it's I want to say 38 through 50 are the additional channels, and they're different FRS and GMRS channels that have a programmed DCS or CTSS squelch tone coded to them. So you'd have to actually look online to see what those radio frequencies are. They are findable. You just have to Google them to find them. The monitor and scan button, when you hit this, when it's in channel mode, it'll scan through the channels. If you pick up chatter on one of the channels and you want to actually listen to it, you hit the monitor button, it'll stop and listen on that channel. If you press and hold the monitor button on any channel, it'll actually open up the squelch, and then you can just hear the background noise. You don't actually have to wait to get within range. You can, if there's a very faint signal, you'll be able to pick it up and listen, and granted it's going to be a little noisy to do so. The radio is advertised as waterproof, and I did have an experience where I ended up spilling a drink on the radio, and in order to clean it off, I took it, hosed it off, and it air dried and it was fine. Never had any issues with it. Still charges fine, power's on fine and everything. Other than that, can't think of any other thing to go over with it. If you have any questions, just ask. I'll let you know my experience with it. As far as range, earlier this spring we went out to a swap meet, and my girlfriend took one of these radios, and the swap meet's a huge one. It's probably like a 450, 500 acre open field, so there was no obstructions, and communication between the two of us was crystal clear, so there was no issues there. It does come with the charging base, so when you plug it in, you just drop it in the charging base, and the contacts there will charge the battery in it. The charging base, what I found is that it has a LED light on it. As it gets fully charged, that light will dim. When it's charging and the radio has little or no charge on it, it will actually be bright. I guess we can go through some of the functionality here. You turn it on, it does a screen test, so you see everything light up. I've already gone through and programmed this one, so I'm not going to undo my programming, but what you can see is the little thundercloud there that's flashing. It's scanning the weather channels in the background, so if there is a weather alert, that will actually switch over to the weather channels. And right now it's tuned to channel 20. If we press and hold the monitor button here, now it turns the squelch off and there's just noise. You press and hold that again to turn that off. Any menu function, when you press the menu, it'll flash on what this function is that you're going to use. Right now it's for the channel. You push it again, it's for the weather scan. Push it again, it's for the privacy. Push it again, it's for the voice activation. The Roger beep. This is the Roger beep. I'm not sure what the last one was. Like I said, I already have this programmed. This is the call tone. And let's see here. This is for the vibrate. This does have a vibrate function. I turned that off. And then we're the W, that's the weather scan right there. That's actually on. You can do dual transmit and receive. That's turned off, and we're back at the main menu. Hit the lock button. Oh, this is actually the call. Sorry. You press and hold for the lock, and it'll actually lock. If you just press and let go, it'll actually call. There's nobody else on this channel, so it's not going to go through. But as you see, if you push any of these, you get a backlight, but that's it. Nothing else happens. And if you press and hold, the lock turns off. So now if you wanted to, you can press the buttons here and actually get functionality out of it. To set any of the functions, you just push the talk button on there. Other than that, you can switch over to the weather, and it'll go through and it'll scan. It's 10 channels. So therefore it picked up one of the weather channels, and you just press and hold it again, and to get back over to your regular channel, just push to talk, and it'll take you back over. Alright, I hope you enjoyed the review. I hope there wasn't a lot of glare on the screen on the radio so you couldn't see what I was demoing on there. If you have any questions about the radio, any comments or concerns, let me know. Like I said, with the FRS, GMRS radios, you do need a FCC license for the GMRS portion of it. Like right now this says H on there, which means the high powered, and you need to have a FCC license for that. The lower power channels you do not. If you do pick one of these up, I picked this up off of Amazon. There is an instruction manual that comes with it. You can also find information for this on Midland's website, and it will go over the information and instructions on getting a FCC license. Other than that, the FCC license for this, for the GMRS, is, I believe, under $100, I'm gonna say, but it's good for 5 years. And one of the benefits of it is when you purchase one, anyone in your family is allowed to use the radio. So you could purchase the license under your name, and any of your family or friends that you want to loan radios to, if you're out at some sort of park, hiking in the woods, and you want to stay in contact, this would be a way to go. I know that I've seen some information out there that says that you should get your ham license. It's a lot cheaper than this. That is correct. The length of time that you have your ham license is 10 years as opposed to 5 years for the GMRS. The only downside is with the ham radio, everyone in your family has to have a ham radio license. You can't share ham radios with other family members unless they have their ham radio license. So what I did with this is I have a Bofeng ham radio. I programmed this with the GMRS and FRS channels in it, so I can tune to any channel that this radio can do on here, and I can keep this one and go out with a ham radio license and talk to people on the GMRS and FRS that don't have a ham radio license. And because I have a FCC license, I can use this one or the ham radio, and it's not an issue. Alright, I hope you liked the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Questions, comments in the description below. Any questions, please reach out. I'll try to answer them as best I can. And thanks for watching.